Hello and welcome. We're going to talk about something today that affects so many of us, and that's our leg strength, especially as we get older. A lot of people just assume that weaker legs are, well, an inevitable part of aging. But what if I told you that often it really comes down to a nutritional issue? We're going to dive into 3 really powerful non-meat proteins that can make a huge difference.
Does this ring a bell? That little bit of extra effort it takes just to stand up from your favorite chair, or maybe that pause you take before tackling a flight of stairs. If that sounds familiar, believe me, you are not alone. It's a really common experience, but it's also a signal from your body, and it's a signal we can absolutely do something about.
So let's get right to the heart of it. What's the real reason our legs can start to feel weaker? And more importantly, how can we fight back with some simple, really smart food choices?
Okay, so the official term for this is age-related muscle loss. It's a totally natural process, but it can really pick up speed after age 70, especially in our legs. This is what can make your balance feel a little wobbly or make a simple walk feel, well, exhausting. But here is the most important part. This is not set in stone. The right nutrition can be an absolute game changer.
So where do we start? Let's kick things off with our first power protein. And it's a quiet little powerhouse that honestly a lot of people overlook: lentils.
What's so amazing about lentils is how they work on so many different levels. Of course, they are packed with protein, which are the building blocks for your muscles. But they also have iron and potassium, which are absolutely vital for that communication between your nerves and your muscles. For your legs to be strong, that signal has to be crystal clear. Plus, they give you this nice, steady energy, without those awful blood sugar spikes that can leave you feeling drained.
So how do you get more of this goodness into your life? It's actually incredibly easy. You can stir them right into soups and stews you already make and love. You can even mash them up a bit to make them softer. And here's the real secret. It's not about eating huge portions. It's all about consistency. A little bit on a regular basis goes such a long way. All right, on to our second power protein. Now this is one you might already have sitting in your fridge, but its potential for building strength is so often underestimated. We are talking about yogurt, specifically Greek yogurt, or a good unsweetened soy version if you prefer.
So let's break down why yogurt is just so darn effective. It's got this powerhouse amino acid in it called leucine, and leucine is basically the switch that tells your body to preserve your muscle. And here's a really cool connection. Yogurt is great for your gut health, and a healthy gut means your body can actually absorb and use the protein you're eating way more efficiently. It's a total team effort. It's soft, it's convenient, and it just works.
And again, making this a habit is a piece of cake. You can have a bowl for breakfast, maybe enjoy it as a simple afternoon snack to tide you over, or even blend it into a smoothie. It is such a versatile tool in your toolbox for leg strength.
Okay, time for our third and final power protein. For this one, we're looking at something that's really small in size, but oh my gosh, massive in nutritional value. I'm talking about nuts and seeds.
Now these guys offer a little bit of a different kind of benefit. The healthy fats you find in nuts and seeds can actually help reduce inflammation, which can mean less stiffness in your legs and joints. Plus, they have minerals like magnesium and zinc that are so important for helping your muscles relax and repair themselves. And the best part? You get all of this goodness in just a small little portion.
And bringing them into your diet is just so simple. Seriously, just a spoonful sprinkled over your morning yogurt or oatmeal is perfect. A small handful is all you need for your daily dose. There is no need to overdo it at all, because these foods are just incredibly nutrient-dense.
Okay, so we've got our 3 power foods. But protein, even these great ones, isn't a magic bullet all on its own. So let's look at how this all fits together into a simple, but really effective formula for building strength.
So here's the key takeaway. Your body needs all 3 of these things working together. The high-quality protein provides the building blocks, right? The gentle daily movement, and I mean even just simple chair exercises, that's what signals your muscles, hey, you're still needed. And hydration is essential because our muscles are mostly water. It's this whole team working together that truly preserves your strength.
Now, this brings us to a really common myth that we just have to bust. So many people believe that real strength can only come from eating heavy meat. But the reality is, for many of us as we get older, these non-meat proteins are not only just as effective, they can be much easier to digest and just gentler on our system overall. And that means your body can actually get more out of them.
So if you're watching this and maybe thinking to yourself, gosh, is it too late for me to make a change? I want you to listen very closely to this empowering and hopeful message.
Just let that sink in for a second.
The body can respond to positive changes at almost any age. This isn't just some nice-sounding phrase. Research and countless real-life stories show us that this is absolutely true. Your strength, your stability, your confidence, it can all be improved. The only key is to simply start where you are.
So as we wrap up, I just want to leave you with this one question. What's one small, gentle step you can take today? Maybe it's just adding that spoonful of seeds to your breakfast tomorrow morning. Or maybe it's taking an extra sip of water right now. It does not have to be some giant leap. The journey to stronger legs begins with a single, simple choice.